Adrian Phillips, it's Gresh and Keefe here again. Good afternoon, sir. Hell of a performance yesterday. Congratulations.
Thank you. How y'all doing?
We're good. How were you guys so good against that Cleveland Browns run game?
Everybody just did their job. We talked about it last week, when everybody's hitting on all cylinders and not worried about what the other teammate is doing, just trusting them, just going out there and doing their job and making the plays to the best of their abilities, then we're going to be all right. And more times than not, we're going to dominate people. And it was another chance for us to do that Sunday, and that's exactly what we did.
Can you guys tell once you've kind of, really gotten to a quarterback and maybe rattled the confidence? Because, again, Jacoby Brissett yesterday threw a couple picks, fumbled a couple times, you sacked him 4 times, and it just seemed like you were making his day right from the first possession, kind of a really tough afternoon.
Yeah, we knew that, if we weren't able to get him off the spot and if we weren't able to make him feel uncomfortable back there, he was going to pick us apart. Like, that's the type of quarterback he is. Like, if you give him those opportunities, then he's going to take the chance and light you up, especially with the run game that they have. So we knew that we had to make them one-dimensional and then go out there and just get pressure on them with 4. We didn't want to send everybody out after them just because, they had the playmakers outside. But we knew that we had to get home with 4, and it ended up working out for us. Those guys up front rushed their tails off. They won their one-on-one battles, and when the linebackers got a chance to go up there to make a play, they did that. And then you had Doug, and you had the strip sack, and it was just a good outfit all around. But there's still improvements that we need to make if we want to take this thing where we want to take it.
What are those improvements that you guys need to make, in your opinion?
When we're playing from ahead and when we have those opportunities to step on their neck and really put them out of the game, we got to be able to do that. We can't let them get a little bit of life. Like there was some time in there where they tried to give the ball back to Chubb and they drove a little bit and we were able to hold them to a field goal, and that's great and all, but if we want to be the dominant defense that we want to be, we can't allow those lulls to happen. We gotta stay high, and we know that those guys get paid too, and they're gonna make plays. But if this is how we want to be, if we want to be a dominant defense, then we have to be able to just step on the necks when the time calls for it.
Adrian, for you, what style of running back is the tougher one to bring down? Is it the quicker, faster, smaller running back that can, elude you with spin moves and things, or is it the guys like Nick Chubb who can squat 1,000 pounds and will, just as happily run through you?
What's wild about that? Like both backs have their pros and cons. The quicker, faster ones, they don't really take contact well. So if you hit them, then they might, fly off to the sidelines. The bigger ones, they might not be able to move as much. They might not be as elusive as the smaller ones. But the thing with Chubb is, like, he is all of that in one. Like, you see him make people miss in a phone booth, and it's more of a intimidation factor. Like, when it comes to him, just because he's a big running back, he's fast, he's strong, he's quick. So when people see him, more times than not, they go up there with the mindset of, I don't want to miss this tackle. And he has you beat even before you make contact. So you have to believe in yourself and believe in the work that you did throughout the whole week to go out there and be able to wrap him up and take him to the ground and then go execute it, because like he is a hell of a back. Like, he is all of that in one. He's a home run hitter. He will run through you. He will make you miss in the phone booth, and like, he's the style that's the hardest to tackle.
Adrian Phillips with Gresh and Keefe here on this Patriots Monday. Of course, the Patriots got a win over the Cleveland Browns yesterday. The word front runner is a dirty word, I think, in sports to some. However, Adrian, you just referenced it about putting teams away from the defensive side of the ball. how big is it to play with the lead for guys like you? Like, what does it mean to a defense to be able to have that lead? Because some are like, well, you can just kind of, back off a little bit, keep it in front of you. But it sounds like that isn't really the case. Can you kind of take us through the veteran defender's mind as to that lead and sort of how it does tangibly change the way you play defense?
Yeah, to me, I think the term front runner is like it's a slippery slope, because everybody likes playing from ahead. And when you get deemed as a front runner, it's not necessarily playing from ahead and dominating the game. It's how you play when it's 0-0 or when you're losing the game. Are you still that physical team with the mindset? Are you still out there talking smack? Are you still out there like dominating in the trenches, even though it's not going your way? But for defenses playing from ahead, and specifically our defense, it opens up a whole different side of the playbook for us. Like, we can try new things. We can anticipate what you're going to do because our game planning, I feel like it's top notch. Like, we take that serious, and I know the rest of the teams around the league take their game planning serious too. But with the guys that we have in our room, there's so many different things that we look at that if, for instance, if Dev doesn't see something, me or Doug might see it. If Dietrich Wise doesn't see something, then Judon might see it. Like, you have guys that are really paying attention to the film and really seeing how the offense is trying to attack us. So when we're playing from ahead and they have to shrink their playbook to just passing plays and to just quick passes because we're hitting the quarterback and we're doing stuff like that, it makes the game a whole lot easier. And now we're all gas. Like, we're just going after them and we're just sending everything we can after them. And it just makes it that much easier. And that's why I said earlier, when we get in those positions, we have to be able to put them away. We can't let them come back and let them open up their playbook.
Now, I don't know if you saw this, but when Brenden Schooler recovered the muffed punt, he tried giving the ball to Belichick as a fellow Texas Longhorn. Did you say anything to him, or how'd that go?
I didn't even see it till late last night. If I would have saw something, I would have said, "Hey man, you can't be out here embarrassing us like that." Like we're better than that. But it's just funny. That's just the type of dude he is. He's like a genuine competitor, and there was some other stuff that went on with that, but it's just so funny that it's him because you can see that happening with him, and he's like one of the most genuine people on the team, and it was just a funny situation.
It was.
And if I thought I saw the photo correctly, Adrian, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I think Schooler also dressed like a 70s school kid going to the game as well. Like, he had on bell bottoms and stuff like that with that long hair. He had a unique look going into the game.
Yeah, School is from, I think he's from Cali, right? Mm-hmm. So he has that kind of 70s swag to him and stuff like that. That's his thing with the long hair, kind of sunshine a little bit. You know, sunshine from Remember the Titans. He got that going on a little bit.
Yeah, he looks like sunshine, and then he's acting like the dude from The Replacements, giving the ball to the coach. So he's got both down. We asked Hunter Henry this earlier in the show too, but Monday Night Football still a pretty cool thing as a player to be playing on Monday nights.
Yeah, every time you get the opportunity to play primetime, like you want that, just because as a kid that's all that you saw growing up, like Sunday night football, Monday night football. We didn't have Thursday night back then, but now they got Thursday night football and the Thanksgiving game. So any chance that you get to play primetime, like, you want that. So it's going to be fun and it's going to be electric, and I know our fans are going to be behind us. And Monday night in Foxborough, that's going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm. Is it an extra day of rest or an extra day of work with the Monday night game?
It is an extra day of preparation. So you can proceed however you want to. You get to prepare, and you do actually get an extra day of rest. But it just depends on how you do it. Are you one of the guys that actually is going to take advantage of that, do extra treatment, do extra stuff here and there? Or are you one of the guys that, it's just gonna let the day pass by, and then when Thursday comes, you're like, oh my God, I still feel awful. So you got to take advantage of it.
And Adrian,
it can be a positive or a negative thing.
As you can imagine, there's been a lot of Bailey Zappe discussion on our show and every show. And I'm curious from your perspective as seeing this kid as a fourth-round pick rookie, third-string quarterback come in. I'm sure you practiced against him a lot during camp. But now to see him have a couple of starts under his belt, how have you seen him from the moment he walked in to where he's at now?
You just seen growth. You know, he's one of the guys that really doesn't talk a lot. And, you know, usually when you see a rookie like that, that means that they're a sponge, that they're soaking in all of the information that they're seeing. Like sometimes you have those guys with the loud personalities, with the, you know, extravagant personalities that are like, hey, look at me, this is who I am, blah, 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 this and that. But Zappe was just one of the guys that was like real calm, cool, collected, just kind of to himself, chilling, talk when people will talk to him. He'll crack his little joke every now and then, but you could just tell that like he's super observant and he picks apart everything. So you see that in the beginning when he first gets here, and now you just see him going out there balling. It makes total sense, and you just see a lot of growth from him. You know, I can't get into the specifics because I'm not on that side of the ball, but from what I see, he's just one of the good typical rookies, one of the guys that really just came in and do everything that you're asked.
Adrian Phillips with us once again here on the Harbor One Hotline. Hopefully we keep this up. Adrian, thanks a bunch. Keep winning. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me. Y'all have a good week.
Thank you. There you go.